Hmm. And I think they're in a pretty good place to deal with the Warlock Golem. I don't think it's the biggest part of the team fights. I think it's all about like the Fatal Bonds and the upheaval lately. I think I'm not sure how much Warlock you've been watching, but in EU, uh, I think during Omega League, people started maxing out upheaval, putting like
Yeah.
3 points into it early on.
Dude, it is such a
It was
huge
just
slow.
so hard to deal with. You couldn't get away from anything.
Yeah, I don't think people realize like that spell. If you stand in it for like 3 seconds when it has a few levels in it, you're slowed 86%.
And it just keeps refreshing. It lasts so incredibly long, and it lingers for like 3 seconds as you leave. The linger duration on it is massive. I forget exactly how long it is. Look that up real quick.
It's at least like 2 seconds, isn't it?
Enemies are slowed for 3 seconds after leaving. Yeah. I had it right.
At least one. I could have just. I'm technically right. Nice.
Yeah. 3 seconds of lingering slow even after you walk out of the massive AoE. They pick Spirit Breaker in response to this. I think they're just going to go all in on the aggression, which is making Magnus a little bit awkward. They might just go 4 very aggressive heroes and then follow up and let Hector farm. That is probably the most predictable thing that Beast Coast could do, but it works for them. They always find farm on Hector, and he's always able to win with it. The only time that he doesn't is when they just completely shut him down.
Yeah, hear me out. This is, of course, Spirit Breaker.
Okay, now, I was talking to Mr. Coast, and he did say to me that Hector was trying new things. He's experimenting with strength heroes in particular. And they have run Spirit Breaker before, but that was definitely as support earlier in this tournament. I don't think it's going to be position 1. If it is, it would be hilarious.
It's definitely not position 1. There's your position 1. That's the Hector Abaddon. I'm thinking that this could be a 3 Spirit Breaker.
Okay. I would argue that that's
unlikely.
Pretty bad. Especially against the Spectre. I mean, if you want to start trading with him, you're not going to be able to get away because you're pretty slow. You have to charge to get away. Your greater bashes are going to do significantly less damage because they're based on your movement speed, and the Spectre is going to slow you down. Same with the Warlock. Actually, I don't think it would be very good. Overall, Spirit Breaker, it's going to feel already against the Spectre and shutting it down in the early game, but they
are going to go ahead and ban the Bristleback. So I think they're expecting the mid lane here and a core Leshrac off lane. Right, because Bristleback would be Chris Lux mid hero. We've seen him pick that a few times. End of the Void Spirit is pretty rough as well. His Monkey King is still in though.
Yeah.
And you have Magnus. This could be a rough one if they get the Monkey King.
It could. I'm not sure that they pick a Monkey King here, though. If they do, I think Thunder Predator just also responds to something equally aggressive, and then they're going to be able to make enough space for this Spectre. I think it's hard to take fights into Thunder Predator right now. You do have a lot of pretty big boys. Actually, yeah, they get rid of Alina here, which would be able to do enough damage to be able to shut this down. You could be right, actually, Ricky.
I think it is, man. I'm feeling like it's a mid Monkey King is the final pick here for Beast Coast, and they're just going to go for a very early Radiance on Hector and a Monkey King that's just going to be running at them with like an early Desolator, and that's the build.
Yeah.
They ban Ember.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Ember seemed like a good pick to me on paper, but I am leaning towards the Monkey King because it is Chris Luck.
They have an okay amount of gap close with the Spirit Breaker, but nobody else is going to be able to follow him in.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. How do you deal with that one, Thunder Predator? What's your response?
Sometimes I impress myself, Neff.
You impress the hell out of me, Ricky. I'm glad you're on here with me. So how do you play against this one?
You need your offlaner. The thing is, you have to pick. It's definitely mid lane Void Spirit. That's Leo Styles' hero. The question is, what do you pick Sacred? He likes Phoenix. He likes Pangolier. Pango could be good, but the problem is if Abaddon gets on top of you, you're forced to always swashbuckle defensively. You don't want to have to do that. So Yeah, maybe you could go Underlord. You need something that can also track Monkey King through trees. Night
I'm not
Stalker?
sure there's any offlaner that can really. It's gonna be Mars, maybe. It's the Queen of Pain.
Okay,
All right, let's
so
go out mid. I was right. Boom, baby. That's gotta be Leo style on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his hero. He loves this.
So it's going to be Matthew on the Tusk, like you originally said, but it is Sacred on the Void Spirit, MJZ on the Warlock, MNZ on the Spectre, Matthew on the Tusk. This feels a little bit all over the place.
Some things make sense to me here. So, for instance, like the Sacred Void Spirit, I kind of forgot he plays this hero. So that does make sense. The mid lane, Queen of Pain versus Monkey King, you can technically Mischief dodge the dagger's like initial damage, right? But you can't dodge the actual spell. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. They changed that one around. They realized that you're not invulnerable anymore. You're immune to damage, which is a completely different thing. Dota makes tons of sense.
Yes.
But people were dodging things like storm bolts or magic missiles that were coming at you with Monkey King by going invulnerable for 0.1 seconds. So they increased the duration of it to 0.2 seconds from 0.1 or something like that. And they made it so it just made you immune to damage for this small period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he should have that innate ability to begin with, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. So it should be a pretty decent lane for the Queen of Pain. For obvious reasons, like you just zone out the Monkey King pretty easily. The one thing I'm worried about is there is a Spirit Breaker in this game, and she suffers to heroes like Spirit Breaker. I mean, you can Sonic Wave to cancel the charge, but that's about it. We'll see how it goes. This is it. This is the tiebreaker. Both teams fighting for the last upper bracket position here in the Dota Summit 13, or the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. And as you've mentioned, Neff, these teams don't really like each other.
No, they don't, and I'm particularly interested in what Peru Dota 123 said. It's Sacred and K1 having a bit of beef between the two of them. They're not all chatting each other. They're being respectful, but of course I don't speak Spanish, so I have no idea what's being said.
You hurt the ones you hurt. There will be screaming.
All right, sure that the pause only temporary here for various reasons. They'll be back. I really do like this new Warlock set. This one came out in the newest TI bundle collector's cash thing. I'm pretty sure it has like the coolest golem ever. He's the like samurai golem with 2 swords. It's amazing. What did MNZ? We didn't go the Ring of Regen build.
We didn't. I'm looking at the progress of the Arcana. It looks like he's made none since last time, so he hasn't played any Queen of Pain in his pubs. But it's difficult to.
Wow, that is so many Sonic Waves. In order to get the Arcana, do you just go to Turbo and buy an Agnum Scepter? Is that how you do it?
No, it's weird though. I think with the Rubik Arcana, the wins that you need to get points towards it finishing, you need 40 wins for it. You only get half a point if you do a turbo win.
All right, that's stupid.
It is very stupid.
Valve, can you like let us actually try and level our Arcanas, please?
I mean, they make the goal so high now. It is ridiculous. I think the Wind Ranger one, you need like 1 million damage.
2.5 million damage.
Yes, 2.5 million damage. And none of that can come off of Javelins or MKP or Maelstrom. It's from physical only, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So not only do you have to deal with that, but then you also can't get it from, like, doesn't count, like, Dire Tide and stuff doesn't progress any Arcana progress either. Because it's considered like a custom game, so if you're playing Dire Tide, which literally everyone in the world is right now, you're not getting any progress towards your brand new sparkly sets.
Nope.
Oh gosh. Monkey King, his
actual
which
one's
current,
real?
There's one that's really fast and one that's super adorable and really slow.
Yeah, there's also one has an HP bar and the other doesn't.
They don't see that.
It's the one what word am I looking for here? Problem. I don't know what word I'm looking for here. I'm too tired.
It's alright, words are hard, man.
Words are hard.
Oh, easy first hit bash from Schofield. That's a great sign for Beast Coast.
It's a good sign, but he's revealed what his level 1 ability is. There's no charges coming in now.
I don't think
everybody
he
can feel safe.
He just wants to click people. That's it. Warlock's gonna head top eventually.
And boots first as well. That's extra greater bash damage. Everybody's wondering why he goes boots first on Spirit Breaker. It's the 200 IQ Spirit Breaker starting build.
Look at the Tusk blocking their lane so it gets under the tower. Nicely done. Hector did go the casual 4 Iron Branches build, as expected.
Shared Tango, he eats this one. It's going to be difficult to lane as this goes along against Leo style here on the Queen of Pain. I think that was like one of the main reasons that he grabbed this. Picks his specialty hero. It matches up pretty well against Monkey King. Like you said, they changed him around a little while ago, so he doesn't just like get completely owned by range heroes. They nerfed his Jingu mastery, but buffed his base armor. But dealing with Shadow Strike is just too hard.
Yeah, Shadow
doesn't
Strike
matter if you
is...
got like almost 6 base armor.
Yeah, Shadow Strike is just one of those abilities like, oh, okay, like you're a melee hero that can't, you know, sustain. All right, nice. You have no lane now.
Normally.
Oh, nice little boundless strike for last hit and harass there. There's also just no way to reliably get the Jingu stacks off of Queen of Pain, so if I'm Chris Luck in this game, you max your Primal Spring Tree Dance for sure. Like, he goes 1-1, he goes 1-0-1, and then just goes 4 points into Boundless Strike, or Primal Spring.
Bottom lane, they're taking a little bit of harass here, but, you know, Hector, he's a hard hero to bring down. Aquatic Shield going to sustain himself up. They actually skewered through the creep wave there to try and pull the wave, even though it was too late. But he was slightly off with his timing. You can do it in such a way where you pull the skewer and the range attacks hit you as you arrive at your destination. But he's a little bit off there. Not exactly easy to land. There's a couple heroes you can do that with, like Mirana as well. The auto attack will follow you, so you can do your pull a little bit late if you use a leap charge. Mid lane, not a ton of action so far. I guess Jerry's taking a look top, seeing what's happening up there, huh?
Yeah, Jerry's all over the place, man. That guy's wild. Schofield just slapping some booty, man. That's all he cares about. Like I said, he just wants to hit people.
Mid? Ooh, it was close.
On Queen of Pain.
Jump forward. Yeah, he doesn't have any points in Blink. It's possible he just gets run down by Chris Luck here. Doesn't have a Boots or an Orb of Venom yet.
He's getting charged. You gotta be careful if you're Leo style here. No, he's not gonna chase him into the tower. He knows that's just a little bit too scary.
So, no blood. We see little skirmishes yet, but I want blood. I want more action than this. This is supposed to be my SA Dota brawl here to end the day. And Spirit Breaker has even been picked. Oh, this is the big brain play. You go behind the tier 1, and it shoves them forward as you go on. But Chris Luck didn't know it was coming.
He was just not ready. And on top of it, like... I mean, the other thing that is nice, though, it is a lot of harassment damage, and Leo Style now has... He's pretty far away from that bottle. Matthew trying to get the first blood here against the Spirit Breaker. They both have boots. Spirit Breaker slowed down so much. Gonna go for the TP home. He's fine. He's gonna make it. Well done. Yeah. And you just charge back out.
That would have been a kill there if Chris Luck had gone forward instead of away when that charge started.
You also just don't see that charge either, right? Like, coming down from those trees, there's no way you're going to see that.
I mean, that's the point. I'm sure they're all on Discord talking to each other. It's like, I'm charging mid.
He's charging mid again. Leo Style still doesn't have Blink. Oh,
yeah.
Casual little bash right there. He does have Bottle coming out now, though, and there is an Illusion Rune top lane. Schofield just going to pick that up.
Yeah, look at him. He's laughing at them. Let's look at the CS in the mid lane. You're actually winning right now, and Monkey King not able to harass him out, I think, partially due to these rotations coming out from the Spirit Breaker.
He's also got infused raindrops now, so he will dodge the initial damage from that dagger. Actually, no, it's only 60. You need... Oh, it is over. Okay, yeah. So I can't remember if it was 50 or 75 for the damage tick on that.
JZ, and he's just sitting real far back. He's mostly out of mana regen, opting to go for a Ring of Basilius. Getting it this late kind of hurts. Earlier on would have been great. You know, start with that. Don't rely on your mangoes for mana regen. That way Spectre's able to spam out daggers more. You have more heals for her. It's a lot more sustained in lane. I'm not sure it's even worth getting at this point, but he grabs it anyways.
Watching the bottom lane runes here. Stinger trying to set up a skewer, but Sacred with a really nice remnant. Make sure that he can refill his bottle with that one. I'm surprised by Chris Luck, honestly. I mean, this is why I was afraid to about letting him get this hero. And he still has a Magnus on his team, right? Like, this is one of those things where I don't see this getting a lot better for them if he manages to have a really good lane. Same goes for Hector as well, right? Like, oh, speaking of Hector, bottom lane. Might this be First Blood? No, great body blocks from Sacred. Well done.
Salves back up, so he's not going to lose any time, and it's not going to make Sacred very susceptible to the enemy here. They're doing not a great job at shutting down Hector's farm, despite the super aggressive lane.
Snowball? I was going to say, is he going to get this kill? But Matthew has that snowball.
Just holding into the last possible moment before that fourth auto attack can come off onto him. At that point, he would have died. Just holding on to it, though. Man knows his limits. He's limit testing. Yeah, that's what we call it.
Yes, 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 yes. All right, there's a DD Spirit Breaker. He's like, I'm gonna find someone. I need to kill people. I'm a Spirit Breaker. Look at this. He's gonna get the D ward on the high ground. Oh, Leosao with the denied. I mean, you blinked for this. You're gonna get harassed, right? Like, he's gonna just charge you.
You're daggered, so you're moving very slow, and that impacts
They're going
your
in.
damage.
Boundless Strike. No blink for 3, but he's gonna get saved by that snowball. And First Blood finally comes out, and this time for Leosao. A little bit too deep there on Beast Coast.
Yep, so that gold under his belt is going to put him, after that CS, now ahead of the Monkey King in CS. And, of course, being the Queen of Pain, sometimes you don't come out on top with CS being, like, throwing out your auto attacks, having to use mana on Shadow Strike rather than Scream of Pain. But your roaming and hero kill potential is just so much more than the Monkey King. He struggles to get around from lane to lane. He struggles to blow people up with only 1 point in Jingu Mastery and the Boundless Strike. This actually I've seen before. I watch people get 0 points into Jingu Mastery in lanes against like Zeus or Lina, instead maxing out Primal Spring so they can CS faster. Let's see it. Show it to us, Chris Luck. Drop onto this camp.
This is I literally said he was going to go 1-4-1. This is perfect. I'm so glad I was right. There's no reason to go the Jingu or Boundless Strike in this game.
He hasn't done... He could have blown up that camp, man. He could have one-shot that camp. Well, not quite one-shot, but almost. Whatever. I need to get over it. It's 7 minutes. It would have had neutralized. Bottom lane.
Yeah, I'm going to kill here. Hector really low, but yeah, he's going to go down. Interesting. Nice rotation from Leo's style, putting that dagger on top of the boy, and now see if they can get Stinger. I mean, there's no way out. He's got no mana. He's getting slowed down. Perfect charge there from Matthew, and Leo style picks up with those 3 points in the Scream. Really well played. As you said, net worth-wise, Queen of Pain doing pretty good, but MNZ's #1 has his Blade Mail completed. He managed to get it this time. We've seen people skip this item as of recent today for some reason, but charge in, a nice split earth, forcing the TP from the Tusk. Doesn't look like they want to go too far. Chris Luck busy farming this hard camp, and with the Arcane Rune going to make it very... Oh, he actually missed the Boundless Strike, or the Primal Spring, but it's fine. He's got an Empower.
Yeah, he has some power. He's going to clear out the creep camp very quickly. He unfortunately doesn't have a neutral item yet. Oh, goes forward here.
Yeah, they're able to jump on in. They dive the tower. MNZ pops his Blade Mail. Chris Luck's got to be careful. He does have a lot of healing. Primal Spring up in a couple seconds, but Matthew, he's made the rotation over here. He's going to go back to the other creep wave here and farm it up, get a little bit of health back.
Does he leave that for Stinger?
Oh, he's leaving it for Stinger. Look at that. What a nice guy. Boundless Strike comes out again, sets up an easy kill, but a huge Sonic Wave. It was a bait all along. The Spectre knew. He turned it around. It's a 3-man drop there for the side of Thunder Predator. Very sick.
Let's open up that fight recap real quick. And, you know, let's see about 1,000, or more than 1,000 net worth swing there. 1,300 XP going the way of Thunder Predator. They're laughing. 1-6 right now. So, Leo Style showing off how good his Queen of Pain is already.
He haunts bottom on MNZ. Just to switch lanes, it would appear. He wants to be up against the Abaddon. Which Hector, sitting on a lot of money, just trying to get to that Sacred Relic.
And Chris Luck, worried about the enemies rotating into him in the mid lane, so he just sits in the jungle for a little bit. DD's up. Probably grab that on Chris Luck and go right back into the jungle with it.
Very nice. Mid lane, Snowball does catch Schofield. He's got to get some distance away. Leo Style closing that gap, does put the dagger on him. Looks like they don't want to chase under the tower. Spearbreaker, surprisingly tanky hero.
Yeah, this guy has like a massive amount of base strength and armor. He's super hard to bring down.
And look at these stacks, baby. Chris Luck, his game. He's having a fantastic time, just clearing stack after stack. A Stinger follows him around with this nice empower. We saw Stinger literally follow Chris Luck around the map for like 20 minutes the other day, just giving him empower, didn't we?
We did. But regardless of that happening over there, you haven't really done anything to shut down K1. He's got to farm pretty uncontested so far. Now sitting at 80 CS at 11 minutes into the game here.
Compared to anyone else, the only person that's higher is the Monkey King, which he had a lot of CS in lane, and he's just managed to clear up a ton of stacks now. But
it's jungle CS though, so it's not worth nearly as much.
Exactly. He also has that one death. There's a nice ancient stack here for him. He's like, oh, well, thank you. Who's making all of these stacks?
You shouldn't have.
Aw. You really shouldn't have.
The Boundless Strike, there you go. You'll love to see it, so this is going to push him ahead of the Quaff, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to have an Echo Saber now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Echo Saber, it's not an amazing item on Monkey King anymore. It doesn't slow the enemies inside the Wukong's command. They changed it around and they buffed a couple other things about the hero, but it's still an alright item.
Sacred snipes the courier with an Astral Step, very nice.
Not bad.
Sacred's having a pretty good time too. I mean, he's about even. Him and Leshrac are basically even, which is honestly a testament to Sacred, because I honestly did not think that bottom lane would go very well. In the jungle, Matthew gets found by 3. He goes for the snowball, but Chris Luck waiting for that Boundless Strike to set up an easy kill there for Hector, and that's going to be his Sacred Relic. I mean, you're going to go pick it up. Unfortunately, his courier is the one that died top.
And so this gives them a little bit more space now on Beast Coast, and it is surprising to me that they're managing to make this even on Thunder Predator, given how fast they're farming on Chris Luck and on Hector here. They're going to need to make some movements pretty quickly. He just finished his Sacred Relic with 100 extra gold in the bank at 12 minutes into the game. Boom.
Yeah. That's scary. You do have to consider, though, MNZ on this Spectre. This is about as fast as we've seen any Spectre farm in this tournament. Getting this like roughly 6,000 net worth around 13 minutes. Like this is incredibly fast.
But does it beat Hector in the late game or even in the mid game when he's got the Radiance on his Abaddon? I'm not so sure. I think it's going to take a little bit too long to come online. I don't know. This is going to be close.
They did catch the nice kill there onto Whisper. They actually re-haunt back to the mid lane on MNZ. He does need to be careful. They could go for the RP. That's exactly what we're going to do. Skewering him really far away underneath his tower. Chris Luck, he gets a nice Boundless Strike. He catches Leo Stop by mistake, but there comes the Golem. There comes the Sonic Wave, and now Chris Luck all by himself. The charge trying to come on through and save him, but it's not going to happen. 4 heroes now in trouble for the side of Beast Coast, and that's going to be it. Schofield goes down. Thunder Predator just wipe him. Don't have that Radiance yet.
And they're paying for taking these fights, so they managed to snag this mid tower, and that'll give them that much more map control. How much can they take from Hector here before he gets his Radiance, though? That's my question. Once he has it, he's able to just walk into the enemies and like face roll them with that burn damage.
Yeah. He will be very strong. The other thing, too, is this game, if you have heroes that are definitely capable of building Silver Edge, which is really good against Spectre, obviously. So we could see something like that come out.
And we see a pause. No, okay. Leo Style, he's disconnected. Let's take a look at the grand scale of the game. We're at 2-10 right now. Net worth is pretty even. They've taken a tower here on Thunder Predator. I imagine, they continue to try to limit the space that Hector has to farm. Maybe walk through the jungle and ward that thing up at the moment. But with Haunt on cooldown, it's going to be a little bit difficult to, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for here? Make it really worth it for them to walk the jungle, because Spectre's not able to come with them. He needs to be farming on his own while the Monkey King and the Abaddon farm.
Yeah. I will say Whisper has been a little bit underwhelming this game. He hasn't really had a lot of opportunities, but mid lane, they're charging. Great stop there from Matthew, though. Look at this guy. Just styling on him. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to charge my Warlock, sir. I'm not going to let that happen.
Leo Style just walking around, hunting for enemies right now. He's not able to catch anybody. I think for now, they're happy to stall this game out on Beast Coast, but once you have this Manta Style done on MNZ here, I think they're going to move into Roshan like we see For Fun do so often on Eternal Envy.
Oh. Leo Style just denied the bounty rune in front of the Spirit Breaker because he walked into an Aether Remnant.
This will come in handy.
It's too dangerous to blink forward into that one, and it's a cheeky play though.
Yeah, it was nice.
Bottom lane, they're not going to bother contesting MNZ here, it looks like, so they are probably going to lose this tier 1 tower. The Catapult coming to finish the one off, but they do trade for top lane.
Sacred does finish a Eul's Scepter in this time as well, so this is pretty big. They're going to go ahead and connect with this... they're not going to connect with the charge, but he will go ahead and charge him 4 spells out. You do not push nearly as fast as a Leshrac, so if you are on the side of Thunder Predator, you need to be very careful about letting him sit in this top lane like this.
I don't think they'll let him go any further. Haunt is... it's actually got another 30 seconds left, but... You're very scared against Queen of Pain.
Going for the D-Ward, MJZ. Ain't gonna happen, sir. Well attempted, but they sniffed it out. They're ready to go. They get the kill. And that ward will survive.
Not the end of the world losing the Warlock. He will be back up in 18 seconds. He'll have Golem ready to go as long as they don't let Beast Coast set up behind their tower for a favorable fight. They gotta sniff out Stinger here on the Magnus, or else they are just gonna be able to blow this tower up.
Yeah, I mean, they have Radiance on Hector. I don't know how you actually defend this tower is the problem now.
Haunt and Golem are pretty good, but I think they're just going to defend MNZ here. Schofield, you don't know what you're coming into, buddy. This guy's got a blade mail.
He just presses W, is like, this is not really where I want to be. I'm gonna run away now.
It was a joke, man. No need to take it so seriously. Backs up now. Bottom lane. They're playing... pretty fast here. Unfortunately, they're not teleporting into anyone. They want to invade the enemy team's jungle. They know Chris Luck is somewhere. He's almost got his BKB, another 1,400 gold.
I just got an Imp Claw for Chris Luck. I'm assuming it's going to go on Chris Luck. This item is so good on the Monkey King.
Yeah, give him those off. Finds the Observer Ward, but that means Chris Luck is going to know the enemies are hunting him through the jungle, so he just gets out.
Yeah, I mean, he just farms a little bit deeper into the jungle. I'm surprised he's going for this camp, because this is like such a dangerous place on the map to be, and he doesn't really see. They swap at their vision. They see your outpost, but that's about it. Where are we at on MNZ? The Spectre did finish the Manta. Going towards that Eye of Scotty this game. Very good against Monkey King and Abaddon, actually. That healing reduction is pretty big. Alright, they managed to find the Magnus. He does have RP, skewers himself back, finds Sacred. A Eul's is going to come out, but there's a huge Sonic Wave. Connects onto all three. Leshrac, he's going to go down as well. In comes Chris Luck. Wukong's command is there. The Balance Strike doesn't connect. Leo Style is out, and now Hector on the backside. He's got to find a way to survive. Sacred not going to be able to make it through Schofield. A nice Nether Strike there onto the Spectre, but Hector, he's the one who's supposed to be your big team fight hero, and he's just dead. Your BKB, not going to matter. They just chew right through you. Thunder Predator, take a 4-for-1.
And, you know, that's the strength of the Queen of Pain this game. It has that massive burst. Last game, Leshrac was able to stay alive and burst had that huge sustain in the team fights, but this time around, you know, Quap blowing him up right away. Whisper not able to do anything here. Oh, and this, you didn't get your RP off either. They're just dropping too fast to be able to do anything.
Schofield trying to get vision. He's doing his best. Split Earth, it connects. They find the Spectre. Do they have the damage? The RP is there. The Pulse Nova. He's trying to finish off MNZ, but he just pops the Blade Mail. It looks like he's just going to kill himself. Oh no, Whisper comes down. He will finish off the Warlock, but look at Thunder Predator sitting on almost no HP, but they are still going to be able to take this Roshan. Hector gets pulled by a Remnant. Looks like they got it. MNZ's just gonna disengage. Found the strike. Okay, well, they managed to finish off one. Matthew doesn't connect the roll onto the high ground. That puts MNZ in a weird position as well. Matthew, 30 HP, gonna survive. Bound the strike forward. He gets a real long range auto attack there. Does finish it off. So they get 3 return kills, but it costs you 5 deaths and a Roshan.
Yeah, that was an incredibly sloppy fight there by Beast Coast. They had to just keep going into the pit by the time Hector was back up. Though they don't really have anyone who's able to tank up all the burst damage on Thunder Predator right now. You need to be just a little bit tankier on each of these heroes. And right now, I think Hector, he needs to worry about like extra movement speed. He wants to build Sanji Yasha, wants to get a Manta style. He's gonna have to deal with Silence eventually from Queen of Pain, from Void Spirit as he builds his Aghanims. Right now, they have gold problems, and the shoe is on the other foot. They're ready to take fights against you now.
Yeah, 7-17. It is a 2,000 gold lead for Thunder Predator, but they have an Aegis on Spectre now. She has that Manta working towards the Scotty, and we saw how much work this Spectre did in the last fight. As soon as that Haunt is back up in 30, I would expect them to just go again. And you pointed out before how good Leo Styles' Queen of Pain has been this game. You know, he even went for her first item, Lincoln's, but he is just setting up huge sonic waves, right? Hitting 2, sometimes 3 heroes in every single fight, blowing up on an important target. There's really good targeting from Thunder Predator.
They have a little bit more of a shot at taking this next team fight here. They just completed the mech on Leshrac. They'll have more sustain here. If they can survive that initial burst, they're in a good place, but it's getting harder and harder as they get XP advantage on Thunder Predator.
Chris going in. Nice boundless strike. MNZ just pops his blade mail once again. A great Wukong's command thrown into there. He has the BKB and RP as well. You managed to take down the first life of the Spectre. I believe they can get the second if they do this right. Haunt is out. He's on to the other side. They do catch the real Spectre. Nether strike him back. He's getting changed on. Split Earth is there, but look at your team. It's in shambles as Chris Luck has almost no HP. He's going to be able to get taken down by Leo Style. You lost the Leshrac as well. And it's just Hector once again trying to stand his ground against Thunder Predator. Schofield does have the charge. He might be able to break the Lincolns. He gets the blink off just in time to avoid it.
Style.
Oh, what a sick timing there. Hector actually tanks that Remnant just in time, and Queen of Pain jumping in and out once again. Hector, borrow time in 1. He's going to be able to get it off. He's going to try and turn, but there's the Yules. Matthew is back to trap him in place, and on the backside of the fight, Schofield just getting toyed with by Leo Style, and they just bait this in for so long on Thunder Predator.
Fight after fight they take, and look at that one. Another 5 deaths for 2 there. That is
and one's an Aegis.
That is for an Aegis there. My bad. And 5,500 XP swing there. 3,000 gold swing. This just gets easier for them as it goes into the ultra late game, I feel, against the Spectre.
Yeah, we've been seeing over and over again how good this Spectre is. Blade Mail just seems borderline unstoppable. From what I can tell, the only way to counter it is someone has to build a pipe, right? Whisper didn't build a pipe. He's got this mech going into Guardian Greaves because you have to be able to reduce the amount of damage that Dispersion and Blade Mail is doing.
Well, I'm not even sure the pipe is good enough against it. I mean, this is why Envy was just building it every single game. This is why people were banning out the Spectre against For Fun / Team Zero. I mean, he built it before boots, for God's sakes.
They did the same thing this game. Yeah, just no boots, just straight into the Blade Mail.
Yeah, it's just too good on Spectre. He's right in the Ancients. He's going to clear these up, and he's going to grab himself his Eye of Scotty. So no escape for Leshrac now. He's going to have 50% slow on him because he's a ranged hero. And Beast Coast, they're now on a clock. They need to find a way back into this game, but I'm not sure how they get the right initiation here. They're going to need an amazing charge into an even better RP.
Yeah. Top lane, they're going to find Whisper. He Yules himself, but that's just going to be set up for... Oh, no, that was Yules from Sacred. Either way, you're going to get popped. There's nothing you can do against the Void Spirit there. Yules is not a safe ability. And, wow, that Queen of Pain attack speed. Wow, that was really fast. Oh, she took a 30 attack speed talent. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Over cooldown reduction, huh?
Yeah, she also has a, what is it, like a 1.6 or 1.55 base attack time?
Yeah, she has a really good base attack time.
They ended up buffing her. He's no been playing Queen of Pain for a really long time, so just improving her on attacks is the way to do that one.
Mid lane, Chrysluk hovering over the trees. They're going to charge in on Schofield. Bait out a snowball, ain't gonna stun him for long, but Stinger's here. Once again, the Nether Strike, not gonna connect. They're kind of bait. It honestly just feels like Thunder Predator are content baiting. Look at this. This is the no-fly zone. You can't go up into a level 4 upheaval like that.
No, smoke comes out. I'm not sure there's really a point in smoking considering how deep into the enemy territory you are. I think you're gonna find people regardless, but here's the aggression. They find K1. This probably isn't the guy you want to initiate on.
If he can get onto the Warlock, it's huge. He gets silenced. The Nether Strike is there, but the snowball save, it's so sick. The RP, however, gonna turn it around. They manage to take down Tusk and the Warlock. Can they get the Spectre, though? The Manta's popped, able to disengage, but you gotta be careful. Hector still has his borrowed time. Lesh thrown into the air. The BKB from Chrysluk. They finally take him down. The raid boss, Queen of Pain, gets stunned up as well. The blink to the low ground. She's gonna survive. Sacred going for the TP. Do they have a cancel? They do not. Chrysluk chase after Leo style. Can he find him? The balance, so close. Can he get there? He doesn't have the tree dance vision. He will not find him.
And that's just, being silenced up, immediately being stunned, and then, of course, finish off with the RP there on the Warlock, means he doesn't get the Golem off, he doesn't get the Fatal Bonds, and they do finally manage to take a team fight on Beast Coast.
Yeah, it was really nice. There's a DD rune here top lane as well. Roshan, not going to be up for a while, but this is a big pickup potentially for both Hector and the Monkey King if they want to try and take another fight afterward.
Yes, Schofield. It's just leaving it there for Chrysluk or Hector. Probably give it to Hector. Oh.
So they even pick up the Shivas now as well, which this healing reduction, I believe, stacks with Scotty, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're affected by IF Scotty and the aura of Shivas, you are not going to be getting a lot of health back. So I like the itemization. A lot more armor as well makes her tanky.
Yep. You definitely need armor right now. I mean, you're forced to sit inside the Wukong's command and fight into them right now. I mean, yes, they have a lot of magic damage as well. Leo Styles build, it just makes a lot of sense to me. I think the game becomes much easier for them once he has like the AoE Shadow Strike and the probably get the 1.2 second fear time.
Yeah,
just because that ability is so amazing.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad you think it too. That thing is nuts. You're just like in a fight and you're like, oh, I guess I'm feared. Okay, very cool. And then like 5 seconds later, like, oh, I guess I'm feared again. Very cool.
I think forces force the Monkey King out of his own arena as well,
yeah.
Which is just insane. So the later this goes, the closer he draws to that one. Top lane, they finally managed to grab tier 1 there.
They will trade though. Bottom lane, they're pushing for the tier 2. Again, you have to consider you're against a Leshrac here. They can fort this if they want, but I feel like if you fort this, they go immediately high ground on Beast Coast. So they do fort it. Mid lane, Schofield, he is just he's a walking distraction, or I guess a running distraction at this point. And again, like I said, they're gonna go right up onto the high ground. You're gonna have to TP back very quickly. Diabolic Edict up in 2 seconds. A lot of tower damage taken though.
Can you find anyone with
They
special
pulled
dagger?
Monkey King, he has BKB. They pull out the Golem, he's just gonna go for the TP, but is it in time? The damage from the Spectre, it's way too much. He goes down.
Yeah, ends up taking almost 1,100 damage from the Spectre while he's trying to teleport out.
That's nuts.
Yeah, his BKB's on cooldown. He's got no buyback, in fact. And you know what this sets up for, my friend?
What?
This is a Roshan. Aegis and Cheese is going to go their way. There's no way they're going to be able to defend this without Wukong's command, without Chris Luck here. And they will take it incredibly fast with Tag Team, with Manta Style. Look at this guy drop.
Oh, yeah.
Never stood a chance.
So I was looking at the death recap. You want to guess how much of that bonus damage was pure damage from Desolate?
I didn't look at the exact number, but I get to cheat because I think I saw like percentages or something.
Ooh, Spirit Breaker. He's going to get Walrus Punch for sure thrown up into the air. He goes down, but Whisper, this is a big kill if they can find him. And they do. A huge Sonic Wave comes on by. Hector does have his ultimate, but they have ways to stop it. A Remnant is going to pull him right back into the fray. And, you know, this is your big boy. You're supposed to be the one saving grace for the team. You've been farming for so long, but it's just 5v1 and Hector cannot do anything.
No, he does have buyback available now, fortunately, and he's probably going to have to use it, you know. The Fortify is on cooldown for Beast Coast as well.
Dude, he's 75 gold short of buyback.
Wait, did he buy something? He bought something. What the hell did he buy?
Oh, an RP into Wukong's command. They followed up with a balance strike. The Tusk, though, the snowball save, it's just so dang good. And Magnus, he tried his darndest to set this up, but now Chris Luck dies so fast to that Spectre. And oh boy, that looks like it might be all she wrote. I don't know what you can do here on Beast Coast. You don't have anything.
You can't do anything. I mean, the tier 2s are still up. They're not going to be able to take another lane of racks, but they might just try to damage tier 4s. I think they're not tanky enough to go for tier 4s.
Yeah,
though.
you are.
I think that they do need to back up.
They will back. Dude, that is so rough.
I mean, we've seen this story so many times before. Look at this game turn on its head. Net worth, XP, win percentage. Now, 96% for Thunder Predator.
That's the Spectre effect, baby. And even Leo Style, he just passed Hector and farmed. He's getting a Mjolnir.
There's the Abyssal Blade now complete on MNZ. He's just flying it over to him. There it is. Butterfly queued up next, but I'm not even sure he's going to have to wait for this one. I think he fights into the enemies with this Aegis. Take advantage of it. They have another 3 minutes to use this.
Yeah, they just want to push high ground immediately. I thought I heard a smoke. I guess not. Okay. Oh, there's one. They're going to go up onto their high ground. They're just going to face check it behind the Batten. He's like, you know, I got at least a life and a half. Sacred. They get the Lincolns there on the Queen of Pain, so she does have to be a little bit more careful. Sacred just going to bait this Abaddon deeper and deeper away from his team, and there comes the Haunt. The backside, they're being completely zoned, and Leo Style just goes in with this Haste Rune. Schofield going to go for the charge. He's looking for this Void Spirit, but they can't connect. Canceled again by Matthew, and you've already used the ultimate on Abaddon. The Abyssal Blade comes out. You lose him. He gets pushed outside of his ult. No, Chris Luck able to barely stay inside, but there's the Warlock Golem. Your BKB has expired, and Chris Luck will die as well. You buy back immediately on Hector, but you've lost the rest of your team. And Hector has no ults. They call it. That's GG. Thunder Predator will take the upper bracket 4th position here. Beast Coast gonna have to fight for their lives in the lower bracket.
Yeah, it's a well-deserved victory by them. You know, it was surprising everybody with that last pick, Queen of Pain. We all thought that it would be a Void Spirit mid, but the Co-op, you know, just doing too much work against that Monkey King, keeping him shut down and doing so much burst damage in these fights. Finally, someone is able to take down Hector on his signature Abaddon carry.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him just run over teams with him, despite having so much farm this game for so long. Just didn't matter. Thunder Predator's team fight, the Spectre just seems like such an incredibly strong hero in this game. Chris Luck having that really, really unfortunate death next to the tier 3 top lane was like a pretty big tipping point. Because not only did he commit his BKB, but he didn't have buyback to get into the game. And then that mid lane barracks, that was honestly, that fight was kind of the nail in the last nail in the coffin.
Yeah. But amazing game to end the group stage on. Just amazing game out of Leo Style. 13-0-20, as you were talking about. Lincoln Sphere was an excellent first pickup. The denying too much healing from Abaddon made it incredibly difficult for him as well. And I'm glad we got to see a Thunder Predator versus Beast Coast game to close this one out. It is always an absolute pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I mean, these teams, a lot of fun. The run-up-you strategies. The Spirit Breaker was a little bit interesting. It wasn't really... to me, it just felt like Thunder Predator had a better game plan for this game, right? It seemed like they were more on the same page than Beast Coast. And the draft just came together a little bit better for them. And, they deserve that 4th position, the last upper bracket spot. Again, they could be playing against Quincy Crew as they will be picking their opponents. I think they get to choose between Quincy Crew and Team Zero, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Team Zero is the 3rd position team. So we'll see what happens going forward. The Monster Energy Dota Summit group stage, however, has come to an end for the Americas. We have casted, I don't know, how many games have we done, Neff? Like 80-something games, and it's been an absolute blast. So much fun from start to finish.
This will have made it 89 games.
80, a very nice round 89. But it's been an absolute blast. Big shout out to the sponsor, of course, Monster Energy. We've been saying it a lot, and people are like, "Oh, stop selling out Monster." It is a sincere thank you, though. When it really comes down to it, NA and SA Dota, we don't have a lot of organizations willing to support the scene, and Monster Energy shows up big time, creating this incredible tournament. So big thank you to Monster Energy for making the tournament possible, for Beyond the Summit, to giving us an opportunity to cast here today, as well as the rest of the group stage. And there's going to be playoffs beginning very shortly. Let me double check. Does it start tomorrow?
Excellent question. Let me pull up this Wikipedia page. Dates.
It says the first lower bracket games are on the 14th. Or 14th. On the 4th, which is in 2 days.
There is a 1-day break?
So there's either there might be a 1-day break or upper brackets tomorrow. But my guess is that it's a 1-day break for lower bracket.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll know. We'll find out for sure later. Neff, it's been fantastic, buddy. We've had a lot of fun. What would you like to say before we take off?
Thank you to Summit for having me. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's always a pleasure casting NASA Dota. And have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. We will see you hopefully again here on the Summit, and on one of their next tournaments. But enjoy a wonderful night. Congratulations, Thunder Predator, for that upper bracket spot. We'll see you next time.